Don't scroll any farther, don't hurry. Your chronology is being disrupted by heaven because you shouldn't miss this. Someone is now keeping watch on you from the world beyond time. They are attempting to prevent you from making a poor choice about someone who is quietly disappearing from your life by talking frantically into your soul. You believe you have time. You believe they will remain. However, Archangel Michael was sent to help you halt this moment, because you could carry a silence into the future if you don't listen today. It's more than simply a message. This is a rescue of souls. Have you not sensed it, that odd silence between you and the person who used to brighten your day? Their voice doesn't sound the same to you. The sound of their laughing from a greater distance. Even if they haven't departed yet, something inside them has. Archangel Michael then adds, now is your time to dig deeper. A loved one who is still with you. Someone from heaven is calling for your soul to awaken. You are still loved by the person you were losing. However, their souls are worn out. Their own repressed feelings are drowning them, and they will begin to stray permanently unless something changes. Type in the comment before it's too late. I get this word. You may not realize how much of a spiritual connection you have with the person whose name just rang in your chest. Their heart senses your estrangement. Even now, they want for something greater. Yet they are at a loss for words. Heaven observes it as well. Standing in the same room, they see that you two are missing one another. Michael adds that it's time. Now is the moment to express what you have been afraid to do. Now is the moment to be brave, open, and totally present. Because someone else could permanently shut their heart if you don't open yours now. To ensure that these heavenly messages never again miss your soul, pause here for a minute, and if this is speaking to your spirit, please take a moment to like, share, and subscribe. You're always asking for signs, my little kid God. Should I fight or let go, you murmur. You review memories, relive previous messages, and search for significance in dreams. But this is the indication, says Archangel Michael, for clarity as well as closure. Even if they are beginning to numb themselves, the person you are worrying about still feels a connection to you. They're not upset, they're worn out. They're looking for a moment that demonstrates continued concern in a manner that only you can. Heaven is telling you to say what you needed to say while they were still alive and accessible, rather than waiting for the burial. Too many individuals in heaven have lamented the stillness. Control is not the point of this message. Connection is key. Love them enough to inquire about their well-being if you really care about them. Have enough love for them to check in. Even if they appear tough, you should still care for them. Heaven is keeping an eye on both what you say and what you put off. And the number of missed heavenly moments is the delay. Today, Archangel Michael is speaking to the pain you haven't told anybody about, not to your ears. This message reached you at the perfect moment, so you know it's for you. Enter a comment. Heaven knew that I needed to hear this message today. This is not only a spiritual moment. It's sentimental. It's a YouTube video that disguises divine involvement. Stop calling it coincidence. Michael adds the flickering lights. Last week's dream you had the surprise recollection. Every one of them was a sign. This loved one in heaven has been seen. Your relationship weakened and your silence deep, and they were unable to remain silent any longer. Thus they entered heaven to beg for your consideration. And now I'm using this screen to communicate their words. Heaven says the narrative doesn't have to finish with the person you love in silence and pain. Now take a breath with me in order to ensure that paradise never misses your timeline again. Please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. If this message has found a holy home in your heart, every soul must turn love into action at some point in its path. And that time is now for you, not to frighten you, but to preserve something lovely. You are being asked to stop your day, because this individual still wants you in their life. Who knows? They're just sick of speculating about your emotions. And the spirit in heaven who reared you, prayed for you or loved you when no one else did, is yelling from above, don't let this person abandon you because you didn't think they were worth your words. There's still time, however. It won't be open indefinitely. I must say this gently. There is a silent method to express your thanks. If you feel moved to bless this communication, simply hit the heart button below. And if you are able, choose a thank you gift of about $20 or $30. It's your way of expressing, this message found me and I believe in it, rather than payment. A little blessing may contribute to the echo of paradise. People can hear what you just accomplished because of your generosity. I appreciate you being a listener, and in advance, leave a remark like this: I still have time to go to the person I love. It's not necessary to repair everything. You must feel, however. Being flawless is not the goal here. Being genuine before it's too late is the goal here. The individual who is gradually drifting away wants a cause to remain, not to be abandoned. You can offer them that, Michael adds, even if it makes you uncomfortable, even if the timing seems odd, even after a long time has passed. Never undervalue the impact of a straightforward message, a thoughtful gesture, or an earnest inquiry. Sometimes the thing that cures the other person's is not what you say, but rather that you said anything at all. Archangel Michael is now standing next to you, but he is holding light instead of a sword. As you read these lines, his wings are encircling your soul. Peace can return, he adds. Love is able to heal, and if you listen, act, and believe, what seems to be a farewell might nonetheless become a beginning. This is a gateway, not just a conclusion. Heaven desires that you experience it with love, rather than regret, so speak from the heart. Forward the message, give the call. Give them a closer hug, because until a miracle is still feasible, angels don't interfere, not because you're not deserving, not because you were insufficient. However, life has changed them in the same way that it has changed you. Unexpected storms shattered some things inside of you. Both the weight of responsibilities increased. Layers of fatigue covered the glitter. They eventually became wary of acting as if nothing was wrong and of providing responses that didn't align with their own feelings amid all of this upheaval. Have you not been able to sense this? That understated silence, the way they respond, with a grin that stops short of their eyes. This was not always the case, however. Something precious has begun to slip recently. You've really looked at them. You've examined their quiet. You've observed that they don't share their dreams with you as often as they formerly did. You recall the moment. Their eyes glowed with the slightest happiness. However, a fog has now formed a distance. There's a cold in the air that you can't quite put your finger on. And your soul fights back each time you attempt to tell yourself it's nothing. Your inner voice says no. Something's different. You've made an effort to wait it out and hope it's just a season. However, heaven declares that the waiting period is over. The moment for clear vision has come. Enter the following in the comments. Even if I can sense the distance, I will not ignore it. This has nothing to do with pleading. It's not about chasing here. This has to do with being present. The goal here is to awaken before the harm is irreparable. In actuality, most individuals don't slam their doors when they leave. Silently they go. They cease to be emotionally present. They cease to laugh heartily, to dream aloud, and to share your hope. Additionally, their heart and mind have already left by the time they physically leave. This is the reason this moment is so sacred. Heaven is requesting that you gently ask the question that might fix everything. In this message, what are you not saying? My love. Right now, everything is visible to someone in the spirit world. They see you two standing next to each other, yet you are worlds apart. The history is visible to them. The affection, both the good and the bad days. They can see how much you both still want to work things out, but fear and pride have put up barriers. They look at you while you lie in bed, wondering what went wrong. Your tears are visible to them. They are also crying, because this link is a holy thread weaved by heaven itself, and it is not only significant to you. And now is the time to respect it with truth. If you still consider it precious, distribute. If you sense heaven's hand on this message, please subscribe. Let's avoid discussing perfection. Relationships are never rescued by that. It is saved by unvarnished, shuddering honesty, even if you have trembling voice. Even if you don't use lyrical language. At this point, they need someone who tells the truth. Not just the proper thing. Someone who is aware of their retreat and doesn't act as if nothing is wrong. They must understand that they are still important, that you observe them, that you are concerned enough to speak out initially, that even if you have no solutions, you will still show up with love. Write in the comments, I don't know how to repair it, but I still care. They have been drifting because they don't know how to remain in a location where they feel invisible, not because they want to go. They have persuaded themselves that if they spoke the truth you wouldn't comprehend. They have been convincing themselves that they don't need you, They still secretly hope you will inquire, however. The music you like is still playing. They continue to review previous texts. They're worn out from clinging to it alone, but they haven't let go yet. The worst part is that they think you haven't noticed. However, you have. Simply put, you were unable to speak it. Your sign is this: you've been seeking validation, wondering why your tranquility seems to be delayed and why your soul seems disengaged. The reason for this is because you have been bearing the burden of unsaid feelings, and the person you keep expecting would just turn around as the one who most needs your presence at this moment. However, heaven advises against waiting for them to initiate contact. Don't wait for the ideal opportunity. The time has come. You can't get to them before they withdraw that far, prior to what may have been becoming what never was. Super thanks is now available for anybody who wants to subtly express. This message touched my heart. To help spread these words from heaven, tap the heart button, choose a donation amount, even something as little as $2 or $5, and express a silent thank you. Yes, it's pretty easy. Even if you're not accustomed to these things. This is also for the older ones. Simply follow the instructions by clicking the heart button under the video. Heaven observes your assistance. What is ahead is prophetic, not just physical. You'll see names. Names you didn't remember. Names of families, old street numbers, locations from childhood. You believed that bits and pieces of your history were buried. Now, however, they will start to fit together like parts of a jigsaw. The message, the meaning, and the memory will all line up. Because nothing that God creates is ever wasted. The stopped content is now playing. We are finally releasing what was concealed. It's more than simply a letter. Prophecy is what it is. It is a directive from God. There is a hint inside a name, a city, and a door that used to be closed that now opens. If you are an older reader and would want to silently support this message, please hit the heart button below. Choose any amount such as $2 or $5 and send it as a thank you gift. It helps reach more hearts like yours. With messages like this, you won't need to plead for this chance. You won't need to demonstrate your value. Your credential is the letter itself. Heaven's blessing, a signature indicating that the moment has come. God will let the person who previously said you would never be anything to see you rise. They also won't comprehend how it occurred. However, you will, as this is being read by you. Because something was changing, and your soul already recognized it. So this message isn't arbitrary. It has a mark, you own it. But this is not random. This was meant for me. In the comments section, give up wondering whether this is genuine. Don't wait for confirmation from others. Even before you arrived, you could sense the difference. You could already feel a magical force in motion. Time has felt different. It has been a thick atmosphere. Angels were synchronizing your breakthrough, however, which is why to deliver this moment to you, they were fighting in the invisible realm. It's here now, another 2 hours. That's all after that. A heavenly presence will enter your world. Don't wait, keep scrolling. Don't throw it away, treat it with respect. On the surface it may not seem like much, yet it is sacred. Please subscribe, like and share if this term validates your feelings. Your buried grief was seen by God. When no one else counted your tears, He did your quiet prayers, particularly those that concluded with why, were heard by Him. Why did they lie about me is what you've been wondering. What caused me to be abandoned? Why did I get overlooked today? Heaven responds not just with words, but also with deeds. It's more than simply a symbol. This is a change, an indisputable act of God. Furthermore, you will know an explanation. When you were silently loyal, those who mocked your religion weren't there. They weren't present when you couldn't sleep. Put the following in the comments. This transfer is for me, not for them. Michael the Archangel is currently standing next to you. Your spirit knows who he is, even if you can't see him. That's stirring in your heart, that calm, that warmth. That's confirmation. He has arrived to safeguard the delivery. He's here to fight for your recovery. As heaven flips the page, he has come to walk by you. This isn't late. God says the timing of this is perfect. Because at this moment, the person who delivered the letter passed over, and their last act of kindness has now opened a door in paradise. Now it's lawfully yours. You won't be blocked this time. We won't stop you. You will never longer be denied what is rightfully yours. You've been wondering why doors were closing, why individuals you trusted started to distance themselves, and why breakthroughs always felt so far away for months or even years. However, I have taken down the invisible wall this time. All the voices that said that you were forgotten have been hushed. The spiritual hindrance that was intended to slow down your progress has been overcome by me. Nothing can halt what I have spoken, because I, the Lord your God, have proclaimed a holy release over your name. I am not a guy who should lie. Thus I will fulfill my pledge completely. Something that was concealed will be made public in precisely 2 hours. Get your eyes open, keep an eye on your phone. Examine your door, go through your mails. Your world will change so fast that even your skeptics will be shocked. Something is on the horizon, and when it happens, it will be accompanied by weight, validation, and supernatural evidence. I'm warning you now not to reveal what's coming, to enter your life too soon, since it will have such spiritual worth. Let it come, give it time to settle. Give the confirmation time to settle. Your name is stamped on what I have set in motion, and it is not from men, rather it is from heaven. Put I am ready to receive what carrying my name. In the comment section, the throne of heaven heard a whisper concerning what you are going to receive. This isn't your typical day. Today is different from the past. The sky shook today, the very winds changed, as a result of the holy chambers calling your name. The angels have been sent. A release has been signed in the Most High's courts, and a discussion has taken place regarding your life. As soon as your name was called, Archangel Michael stood. Your trip has not been overlooked in any way. Even the times you forget are recorded in my book. The skies have now reacted with indisputable urgency. The movement has started. Someone has opened the scroll. A divinely sealed letter is now en route to you. But this is a lifeline, not simply a letter. This is a pivotal moment. It contains celestial correction, startling news, and a key that opens doors you previously believed would never open. Everything they buried behind treachery, uncertainty, and fear, everything they attempted to conceal from you is now coming to the surface. Who attempted to stop it was visible to me. I observed who attempted to change the narrative. However, the original author is me. What I have decreed cannot be taken away. For more holy words, click like. Share this message with someone and subscribe. With a shout of holy urgency, rather than in stillness, Archangel Michael has descended. He appears next to you and declares you were never forgotten, brandishing a sword of light that has been forged in the furnace of justice. Now is the moment. 2 hours remain until the skies reveal something that has been kept hidden for years. Heaven made plans as you cried. I planned a reversal so magnificent that they would shudder when they saw it, while they laughed behind your back. You won't miss it this time. You won't be abandoned this time. I have seen you weep in private, muttering prayers that no one else could hear in the shadows. You asked me a question. You questioned if I had recalled you. Lord, why am I being abandoned when I have been faithful? You pleaded I was never far. I tell you now I was collecting each and every tear. Every treachery was being recorded by me. I was calculating how many times you were shoved aside, skipped over, and made fun of. I've now arrived at the critical juncture of justice. The silent season is over. The reversing moment has arrived. But I receive divine reversal in Jesus' name. In the comment section, it is not only financial information that is being made public, larger than the land, larger than papers. It has to do with identity. It has to do with restoration. It's about your true identity being revealed. My kid, my heir, my anointed one. This goes beyond a simple inheritance. I, the Lord, your God, have selected you and kept you hidden for a public unveiling according to this heavenly declaration. What was concealed will now be exposed. What was suppressed will come out, with proof that no one can dispute. Everything they thought you could never have is about to be in your hands. Now Archangel Michael says once again, open this message. Avoid scrolling. Avoid skipping. Don't wait because meddling has already been repelled. I fought in invisible places to free your pledge from its bonds. The seal is shattered, the truth is spreading swiftly. Your evidence, your inheritance, and your restoration are all on the horizon, and when it comes, it will pierce through all the lies that have been told about you. This release has been ordered by God Himself, and the adversary cannot stall what God orders. Below this video is a little heart symbol for anyone who are not acquainted with support programs. You may pick a little amount to donate, such as $2 or $5, and send it as a thank you to help spread these messages if you feel guided. This enables us to keep spreading love to souls, de-guided and calm nevertheless, and never feel under pressure. This was attempted to be stopped by someone you trusted, someone you wouldn't anticipate, someone who walked by your side, shared your laughter and prayed with you. However, they secretly submitted your name to be ignored. They collaborated with an unidentified person. The names were altered, records were moved. However, they overlooked the fact that I am the all-seeing God, and I did the opposite today. Your name has returned to its proper location. What was supposed to bring you down has now become the backdrop for your glorious ascent. The inheritance is already on the road, so pay close attention to this section. It is already on its way, whether it arrives by mail, email, a knock on your door, or a sudden dream in the middle of the night. However, you need to maintain your spiritual awareness. Distractions will attempt to make you blind. Fear will attempt to stifle your reaction. However, every demonic assignment that was sent to mislead you has been canceled by me, the Lord. You're not like the others. You were never typical because of this. What is about to happen is also unusual. This is more than simply a boon. You are vindicated by this. This represents the unstoppable flow of divine justice into your life. Put, I will not miss what has my name on it. In the comments section, the last warning has been sent by Archangel Michael. The next shift is in 2 hours. I saw your name in flames. Angels were lined up to see your choice. I noticed. Take advantage of this opportunity. Don't allow uncertainty to overshadow the urgency. You have never seen the regions where your name is being yelled. The demons are shuddering. Secret chamber plans are now falling apart. Your name was submitted for elimination by someone who pretended to be a friend, but I overturned it. I've revealed all the ulterior motives. I have taken off all my disguise. Furthermore, what is being made public is more than simply a breakthrough. It's a purification. Pay close attention. Listen carefully. People who used to grin at you will abruptly stop smiling in the next several hours. People who used to be close will start to wane. It isn't a coincidence, it's wonderful. Your circle is being purified by me. I am distinguishing the sincere from the dishonest. You will ultimately discover who is acting and who is with you when this request reaches you. The prize is on the way along with the truth. You're not running late, you're on time. And this is proof that heaven is now working in your favor.